Hello everyone, I am Korg. Welcome to the Skies of Icarus, a digital dungeons campaign. A big thank you to Syrinscape for providing the audio. Nothing is better for your campaign, whether in person or online. Enjoy!
When last we left off with our intrepid team of adventurers, you had just finished clearing out the ancient druidic ruins, collecting a treasure trove of great artifacts. And upon return to the surface, the Eldrin had changed appearance into a more spring-like, festive, uh, happy, joyful experience. And they brought to your attention the fact that there was still one problem. They had to eliminate the empire that was seeking to harvest the Aetherwood. Not wanting to betray your friends Ambrose back in Grenthal, you were able to persuade the elder druids to try to parlay with the village, come up with terms. Many years had passed, decades into centuries, and the city was no longer aligned with the Empire forces. They were now in debt to them, and you felt like maybe you could bring the two parties together to help solidify your base here within the region. With much persuasion and good arguments, especially coming from Belina, your foxy rabbit person, you were able to convince the druid to take a chance on these Empire people, and she agreed to travel with you to the town of Grenthal to try to set up this sort of peace arrangement. Your journey through the forest was uneventful, and you managed to make it through it rather peacefully to the town of Grenthal, where the cleric who had previously helped escort you across the river wasn't present, but thankfully the druid possessed similar magic and was able to part the waters for you to get past the raging river. And you were able to find your way into the town of Grenthal, where you met with Ambrose. There were tensions within the inn, to put it mildly. Uh, it didn't go too well at the beginning. You tried to convince him the debt to the empire, the pressure of trying to raise the people, the loss of family over the years kind of took a toll on Ambrose. But eventually you were able to convince him that this piece might have a chance and maybe they could bring something of it without them harvesting the Aetherwood. If you could help eliminate some of the other problems that exist upon the island, maybe even find another source of revenue somewhere within. But the pressing concern is if they can't harvest the Aetherwood, then they have to worry about giants that might decide to eat them. So the party agreed that they would go take care of this giant problem, to steal a phrase, and then you guys prepared to set out in order to set up peace between these two people by eliminating the giants on the island. Hopefully, that would allow you to be able to secure the region for you to be able to set up a base camp, possibly even invite some of Left Hand Jack's crew here to set up a new camp due to the destruction of Valkar from a strange galleon loaded with explosives. Who knows where he got it from? And we pick up in the following morning as the sun starts to crest over the horizon in the city of Grenthal. And you come down into the inn. Ambrose is kind of making breakfast. He's got some assorted like fruit, some leftover lamb mutton stew that he's warmed up from the night before, some fresh baked bread out and available for you guys as you come downstairs. And what do you all do?
Belina will say good morning and she'll take a serving of fruit and bread. Um,
I fresh plucked from out in the back. I got some fresh fruit for you since you're helping us out with this problem with the giants.
yes, Thank you very much. Um, we just need to figure out how we're going to go through the giant problem. How do we want to start? And also whether or not we should move our ship before the Empire gets here so that they don't ask too many questions.
Well, I do. I remember that you said that you were gonna possibly take the ship with you so that the Empire wouldn't try to confiscate it if the tax collectors came. Because they're due here in only a week or two. It's not long
Yeah.
before they'll show up.
Yes. Yes. Had said. Don't know if we had agreed. Can't remember.
Well,
I
perhaps your captain knows a bit more about that.
Um, so like that. I mean, if that's what we agreed to do, I think it would be the better idea than to lose the ship if we leave it here.
agree.
And not to be crass considering what happened the other night, but I don't think it's wise for your crew to stay in town much longer.
Uh,
I don't want to rehash old business with Kira. I know you're very defensive of her, Korg, but you could tell it's causing some problems in the city.
Yeah, it would be best if she wasn't around for a little while.
I'm glad we can come to an agreement on that.
So, what is our plan then? Do we want to just fly right to the giant house and say, "Hey, we are here to stop you from, killing all of the villagers"?
I
What
I
are we
don't
doing
I
exactly?
don't think flying the ship to the giants would be good because then they throw rocks, big rocks at the ship and damage the ship. Not the best plan. Think just hide ship around some other part of island or
well, could we fly
something.
the ship further inland and kind of like park it over the land?
I mean,
Yeah, we still have a week.
yeah, we fly the ship somewhere. Don't know what area would be safe from giants to park and out of view of port.
How familiar are you with the island? Say, like the mountain ranges particularly. Do you guys usually avoid going over there altogether, or has there been some times where you make it over?
Well, there's the only time that we actually cross the river to go where the giants are is when we're delivering the pigs, which we usually do about once a month.
When is your next delivery of pigs?
Well, normally we do it about 2 weeks from now. We try to take the pigs out when the Empire shows up, so that way, they don't tax us on all the pigs.
That that actually makes sense. So there no pig delivery going on right now. Um,
But to tell you the truth, they're not the smartest giants. They probably wouldn't care if you took the pigs early. I don't know if they keep track of time.
but we don't want you to have to be taxed on the pigs either, because then that's extra tax and more empire
But
problem.
but if we take the pigs to the giants, then there won't be pigs in the town for the tax peoples.
Mm, I guess.
We could deliver the pigs to the giants and then kill them all.
It,
The
hey,
pigs
could,
or the
Right.
giants.
Yes. No. The giant pig. Not the pigs. Don't kill. Do you kill
Wait,
the
we have
pigs
to fight
before you
giant pigs
deliver
too?
them? Do you kill the pigs before you deliver them, or do you take the pigs alive?
They like to eat them fresh.
Then
How
we
many
don't-
giants normally meet you when you deliver the pigs?
It's never more than one or two.
And they carry all of them back by themselves, or they eat them right there?
Well, I suppose some of them make it back. A lot of the time, it looks like they start eating right there. It's pretty gruesome, and then we leave. But I assume some of them have to come back. Otherwise, they wouldn't be satisfied.
Do you know how many giants there are up there? Like hundreds, or is it like maybe just a few?
I mean, I don't know.
Well,
We only give them like 20, 30 pigs at a time. It can't be that many. Unless they're
true.
eating other things. I don't know. Maybe they eat goats, other people,
I think
elves.
that you have elves on this place to be. Oh, you mean the druid ones?
Yeah, I don't know if they eat druids.
We didn't see any giants while in forest, so I don't know.
Well, he said it was across the river, not the one to the north, but the one to the east.
Right.
Right, to the east.
Giants are east. Yes. What's south?
Well,
That way.
Right.
if you go
But what is
south,
south?
there's mostly open fields. Probably be good for farming if it wasn't for the constant threat of being eaten by giants. And you go a little further south, there's a forested area. A couple cousins of mine went down there, set up a village, Sullenport. We don't really check in on them too much ever since we lost the ships to the Empire, so I don't even know if they're still there or not. But they could be. I don't really know.
If well, if they're port down there, we could park ship down there, but that's longer journey to get to where giants be. That's
Are you hoping to have the ship just hover above the ground and then we get off?
I don't know. I just know we can't leave ship here.
Let's let's fly the ship closer to the drop point of the pigs, deliver the pigs, and then maybe help take care of giants, and then not have the giant problem anymore.
Okay, but that put ship in danger of giants too.
But the ship also has cannons, and if we are stabbing giants, maybe giants leave our ship alone.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, if we park our ship like right near the river, isn't that like out of sight from the Empire stuff? So we could take
Is it?
our. I mean, it's almost a 24-hour day, or like a day's walk.
I
Yeah,
think
so each hex on the map, of course, is a day's journey walking, right? Because it's 24 miles. But I remember correctly, the math we did was that your low tech, because you haven't had a chance to install your Aether engine parts yet, or your Aether core, or anything, can still travel about 8 hexes in a day if you were to travel nonstop and rotate your crew for a full 24 hours.
then we could easily get to the mountains in only like maybe half a day of travel.
Well, we don't want to get that close because they'll throw rocks at us. Like, we get like halfway there, that way the Empire can't just take our ship.
So we can't fly into forest with ship, but and we can't. We don't want to go too far south because then we increase our journey time. I don't want to park within a day of the Grenthal because the float ships may be able to see that far. I don't know because it's relatively flat up to the river.
Yeah.
Are there any?
What if
I
we
mean,
hide it in one of the cove areas near the forest, but not over the forest, just kind of near the forest, around like the cove? and then walk from. It's a pretty small ship. It could be hidden by most of the trees over in that range, in that area, and then it won't be that long of a walk.
I mean, we could just have the crew sail the ship down to Sullenport or something, and we could just walk from here into the territory like we were planning on with the pigs.
We have,
And
yes. Do we have some way of contacting the crew to tell them, hey, we're on our way back, come pick us up if we get this all done, so we don't have to walk all the way back here and then find the crew later?
well,
Does
we,
anybody
we could
have
set we could set a time frame and say come back at this time, but that's I don't know.
Time frame sounds good.
Okay, that works then.
But it's just an idea. I just because the taxpayers be here, the tax collectors be here a week to 2 weeks. So if we say come back
In
3 weeks,
Yeah, that's that's good. I mean, it could still be cutting it close. I mean, they could be 3 weeks.
tax collectors could be late.
Yeah.
Yes, but by 3 weeks we should be back. I would think we only traveling what 4 days out to get to where giants are at most, and then dealing with giants and having to come back.
Hopefully.
So we should be back in week and a half, if lucky. 2 weeks at most. If tax collectors have not come, then we can start traveling down coast south to where we send ship and see them as they come back and hail them over. Say, no, don't go back yet.
Perfect, let's do
Oh.
that.
I like
Do
that.
it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's go. That's the plan right now. Let's tell the crew. Let's get things going.
Okay.
So what's the finalized plan?
We ought to go. Or sorry, we're gonna deliver the pigs. The crew is gonna head like around south.
Yes, we're just going to skirt the coast around the south and
And just kind of
take
stay
a
out
look.
of the way for the next week and a half. We'll give them what, say 10 days, 11 days, 12 days, somewhere in that range. What do you guys want to tell them? But tell them a week and a half, and then come back and meet us in Grenthal after we've taken care of the pig and the giants thing.
So you guys gonna walk the pigs overland?
Yeah, that's
yes.
what the town does, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully,
I'm just making sure I fully understand everything as we go into it.
try to ask at least a couple of the townspeople that normally deliver the pigs to like assist us. Like,
Or at least,
to show.
I don't.
at least one of
I've never herded pigs before, so I feel like that might be kind of hard.
Is
Yeah.
someone looping sound back through the thing?
Yes.
Alright.
I loop sound through the thing. Are you getting confused?
No, it's just double talk, and then people aren't talking when it sounds like they are, and I was confused for a second. You know, we could also, it's a crazy idea, just let the crew fly the druid back to Druid Town and
Can't
stay
fly
there.
over forest.
Oh, you can't fly over it at all.
Yeah, you can't fly over the
Yeah.
woods.
The,
That's
a-
the funny
the
thing.
magic of the Aetherwood interferes with the Aetherwood of your ship.
I didn't know if that was like a defensive thing and they could just go around that. Or okay.
Well, I mean, if they fly around the forest all the way to the northern part of Island and drop Druid off at edge of Island, then, you know, if they don't fly over forest, I don't think it would be a problem. But getting close enough to drop off Druid at edge of forest may be close enough to cause problems. this where we are
Just
not
stick
sure.
with the idea that we have now. We'll just
Disregard.
stick with
Yeah,
what we
we'll do
got,
that.
and we'll do what we have. Let's do that.
Yes.
It seems like the best idea. Right?
Yes.
Johanan, how do you feel about this plan?
Um, it sounds viable. Just make sure that whoever is taking care of the ship gets a mild reminder that even though we won't be there, we have contact with Jack, and she will not be pleased if her ship disappears. Because it may be our ship, but we're part of her.
It's a fair point.
All right. So you guys finish up your breakfast and make preparations to head out. I guess you guys head down to the ship to tell the crew the plan.
Yes.
So as you come across the crew, you kind of see they're lazing about. They're not very active. Kira's kind of just like leaning over the railing along the side, just staring at the town. Some of your untrained crew people like Ray and Charlie are just kind of like sitting down, not doing anything at all. It's very industrious. Elf Rebecca is just working it, cleaning the decks a lot, and then and Jace is kind of chilling up near the helm, kind of just they're just lazing around, not really doing much. You guys have been in port for almost 2 weeks now, so they're just collecting a paycheck without having to really do any work. So they're pretty happy.
So,
All right, Captain.
Okay, members of the crew, the zoo crew, let's all gather up here quickly. Let's.
So they kind of snap to attention, and they kind of rush forward. You notice that as they kind of rush in, everybody fills in position, but Liam's not present.
Does anybody know where we're missing one person?
So Jace, the older female deckhand, kind of speaks up. She's like, "Aye, sir. His pa took a turn for the worse last night. Everybody's Irish right now. I've had too much rum.
It happens.
His pa took a turn for the worse last night. He's downstairs, in the hold."
Belina and Drazar, would you go talk with him down there and see what's going on? For the rest of them, I'll stay up on top and talk to the rest of them.
Yes,
But you
Captain.
two, will you head down?
yes. We'll go. No problem. We'll...
Definitely.
So you guys head down into the hold, and you walk in. It doesn't smell too great. I mean, the ships themselves, they don't smell great to begin with, but there's like this kind of odd stench in the air that you're not too unfamiliar with being a party of adventurers. And you can hear the faint sound of sobbing coming from the back of the ship. And
Uh,
since you guys don't have dark vision, you can't see much.
I cast light.
I also
And
cast
as
light.
it illuminates, you see Liam, the 14-year-old boy. He's kind of hunched over a hammock in the back, and he's kind of sobbing a little bit. And his father, that elder man Sam, who was infected with the plague, is laying upon the hammock, still and unmoving.
Liam, are you all right?
He just ignores you. He's sitting there, and the tears coming forth.
I go and I check. Is is the father dead?
He's dead. He passed
Okay.
away.
Well, Liam, it's all right. We knew this was coming. He's moved on. and we can give him the burial in the skies that he wanted.
So,
It's
still crying, Liam turns and he wraps his arms just around your waist and he buries his face in your waistline, just crying, just poorly consolable.
As a precaution while he's hugging Belina, I'd like to try to look for additional signs of the plague on Liam.
So make a medicine check. So you investigate Sam's or Liam to see if he's contracted the plague from his father Sam. You kind of dig around. There's a faint kind of marking that you sent like kind of around like the neck area, like a greenish purplish bruising that's kind of reminiscent of those the plague zombies that you dealt with on the galleon in the past.
Belina,
I
back
I
away.
turn. What's wrong? I'm petting Liam.
Back away.
That so Belina kneels down
Died.
and looks at Liam. Yes.
He died.
Yeah. Yes. But we knew this was coming. It's not nothing bad. He was going to pass. It's fine. Now he can get the burial. He was happy, and you're going to be taken care of here on the ship. It's okay. It's okay. We take care of you. And I'm waiting for some reason to back away because she's too busy comforting this poor crying child.
Oh yes. You don't need a reason. We need to go find the Dragonborn or the Druids. Somebody else.
Well, why is something wrong? The corp he's not turned into zombie. Gestures to the dead guy.
Yeah,
As you guys are discussing that, Korg, what are you doing with the crew?
Going over the plan. So everybody listen while they take care of our compatriot down below. We are going to do one more thing for the village here before we take our leave. We want to help with the giant problems that the people are having here. This means that we are going to be gone for about another week and a half or two. So I need you guys all here to take the ship away from Grenthal because the Empire is headed here to collect monies, and I don't want them to take our ship from us. Especially since we've already had encounters with them, and our ship might be on the naughty list, where they're looking for us actively. So we are going to take the ship around the south side of the island.
I
And
have the map. I have the map here for the navigators. I can show you exactly what route you're going to be taking.
perfect.
Just
Actually,
follow.
Belina, I'm going to go get Johnny.
Why we need Johnny? I'm confused.
Aye, Captain. It makes most sense. Jace speaks out. But none of us are navigators. That that was the fine lady here and your friend, the Drazar, the Birdman.
For this particular thing, navigating shouldn't be too difficult. You should just take it around the side of the island, staying relatively.
They look a little confused. Like, Are you promoting one of us to first mate?
No.
For the temporarily 1.5 week position only, the first mate position can be taken by one random person who has the most talent at navigate.
Immediately, Kira kind of steps forward. She's like, "I can do it, Captain."
Then Kira will be the one to. Have you ever navigated before?
How hard could it be?
Right, that's what I always thought. That sounds fair. Okay, Kira will be the navigator. She'll take care of all of it.
There's a pay raise, of course, right?
How about we talk
How
about that at a later time, not in front of the entire crew.
She
Does
winked.
anyone
Gotcha.
have any experience with navigating at this point who would be able to assist Kira?
They kind of look at each other and shrug. Right. You know, 4 of your so you've got 7 crew members, right, on board. One's a 14-year-old boy who's a medic. The 2 of them are skilled deckhands, one being a good lookout for the crow's nest. And then you've got 4 people who barely ever served on a ship in their life. They're pretty much good at, like, tying up, following orders, tying up sails, cutting when they need to cut, cleaning the decks, but they don't have much skill. So really you've got Jason, Kira at this point in time, and neither one's a skilled navigator because you guys are filling that position yourself.
We will look through the town to find somebody who can navigate a ship. I'm sure there is at least one. And then they will navigate the ship, because I want to have a ship when we come.
Captain, you may not want to give control of our ship to somebody that's been literally stuck on this island for generations.
There's
because
like
they didn't have a ship.
People, and only one of him, though.
Captain, the more we discuss this, the more I'm wondering if we shouldn't go ahead and take the ship to a different location ourselves. If you look here on the map, this would be about the same distance on foot. And I'm going to try and make a dot. If you look over here, there's some hills that would allow us to help hide the ship. The distance would not be that much farther. We could always.
But I'm in the base. I can't respond with the issue for that. I'm not there.
We don't know where the pigs are going, though. Is our problem.
We could just walk back and get the pigs.
It only
Extra
adds
walking.
like 3 days to our travels.
Yeah.
We know where they'd be. We know where they would be crossing the river. We can meet them at that side of the river.
We traveled that far in giant territory? Oh, shit, I'm not there. Fuck!
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Let's take the ship there.
Alright, Jazar and Belina.
Oh, see, question. I could have sworn that the giants were lived in the mountains and only came down to steal to get food.
Pretty much, they roam outside of the mountains to eat.
Okay, so yeah, where I put the indicators, probably, unless it's a really lean year, is probably outside where they'd range.
maybe. Oh, see. Anyways,
Big maybe.
I-
It depends on how much Patrick's dice hate us.
Remembering who Belina is, I gets really close to her ear and I go, Belina, he is sick. He has the disease.
Belina looks at Drazar, then looks at Liam, kneels down in front. So she's, she doesn't have to kneel very far because she's not very tall, but she kneels down and gets eye to eye with him. Are you feeling okay, Liam?
Sorry. Like. No.
No. Okay, calm down. Belina fix. So she puts her hand on his head.
You can bring him
and
back.
I
You can
can't.
bring
I
him
can't.
back.
I cannot
Can
bring.
you? And
No.
he looks at Drazar. Can you bring him back?
How long has he been
Can I?
gone, child?
I don't know, like 6 hours.
Is beyond reach.
I'm afraid not. My powers do not reach that far yet.
Belina just reaches out and casts Lesser Restoration on Liam.
Right. As you do so, you notice that purplish green blot on the neck kind of fades away.
It is all right. Life has comings and goings. Those we love leave us time. Belina hasn't seen her family in many, many years. At least you know he is going to get the funeral that he asked for and been taken care of by the crew while he's been here. He had good last section of his life. He led help with many adventures for his previous crew. Had good life. We just have to remember to celebrate life and 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 be happy for the time they had. There's sometimes these things happen and we lose those we care very much for. It it just happens. Must be strong and live on and do the things that he would have wanted you to do.
Liam kind of he just nods and sobs as he wipes the tears away. Did the captain need something? I thought I heard him.
Yes, we're
Where's
getting ready to move ship. We're going to sail ship to safe place away from the Empire inspectors who should be coming in about a week. We don't want them to harass any of our crew or our ship. So we're going to move the ship while we take care of a few more things.
Do we have
When we
time
need,
to
we should be
bury
able
him?
to. Yes, we can sail out and do the burial in the sky, and then sail to the um, the safe spot for the ship. Uh, you stay here, help me wrap your grandfather in burial shrouds, and Drazar can go up and let Captain know that he has passed and that we just need to sail out a little ways to do burial and then we go hide ship.
I
I look up to Drazar.
I also think
Nod.
it's an important priority that we check over the rest of the crew.
Yes, yes.
Our
Check rest of crew.
our medic seems to have let this one slip a little bit.
Well, he did spend the most time with his grandfather, so it would make sense for him to possibly take a little sick.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think the rest of the crew spent too much time around the sick person.
What?
Doesn't sound.
What do you mean I let something slip? What are you talking about?
It's fine. No worry about. Did anyone else
Are you gonna
come
fire
in?
me?
No,
No,
not at all.
I
no,
didn't let.
not fire.
I
No, no.
couldn't cure his plague. He died. I couldn't do anything about that. It's not my fault.
Not your fault at all. Clearly,
No, it's fine.
clearly not your
It's
fault.
okay. Help me.
Yeah.
Help, help me. Help me wrap your grandfather so we can conduct burial. But no, you're fine. It's okay. Does Argo let Captain know we need to do burial? Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
On the
So
way.
Belina will help. Will help Liam wrap the body.
Okay, and they start. You guys start wrapping the body, and then as Drazar, you head up on deck, and you see Johannan's got kind of the map out, and she's pointing to a spot on it, while Korg's kind of nodding. And then you hear him make an announcement about flying the ship south for this as a crew together to the hills. And that's when you come upstairs.
I head over to where Captain and Johanna is, and I let them know that we have a small emergency that we need to take care of before we do this. I'm afraid Liam's grandfather's passed away due to the plague. It did spread to Liam, and I would hope that we could make it a priority to check over the rest of the crew for health.
Yeah, can we let's talk about this in my cabin quarters. For the crew. For the crew, everybody, you know what we're doing. We're going to travel south here. Start preparations. We'll get out of here. Say within the hour. Just give us a little bit of time for some planning, and we'll get back to you all here shortly. And we're gonna go back to a little bit quieter spot to talk about this.
Okay, so you guys head back towards the little captain's quarters there to discuss the possible plague outbreak and the death of Liam's father, not grandfather.
My bad.
Sam.
So what do you mean Liam got the plague?
So I'm guessing that we never completely cured Sam of the plague, and he brought it with him and with us to this island.
Did we not do a cure on Liam when we first met him too? Because the father was already with Liam. You could have given it to him earlier before we got to him and cured him. So
there's no telling. I know we tried to help him out in the beginning, but that was a couple weeks ago.
It's possible that our abilities to remove things like that aren't quite at their strong enough levels to completely eradicate it. Maybe you just kind of like temporary hold it back for a while.
So are we all got the plague now, and we're just all going to temporarily keep kicking the can down the road.
Well, I
don't
know if that's true.
I don't.
So confirmed, Liam was definitely infected, and Belina was able to take care of it for now. She's currently down there preparing his body for a burial at Sky. And I think it's very important that we try to check over the rest of the crew. It could be very possible that we've infected the entire town of Grinthal.
You're blowing this out of proportion. OC.
Not anymore. It's already in the DM's head. We just screwed Grinthal. All right. So here's what we do: we take our ship and we leave.
Oh, see, That takes care of the Empire issue too, though.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Unintentionally,
Oh
it
my
does.
God.
Unintentionally.
It didn't.
Blew, took the small thing that the DM threw at us and blew it way out of proportion and gave ideas to the DM. You are literally terrible. I hate you.
Oh yeah, they're all affected now. They're all gonna die.
We
Oh,
also
fuck.
No,
have a very powerful druid that could help look for, any signs of spread.
That's very true.
I don't really want the whole town knowing that our crew is infected.
Well, no.
Let's try.
We. That's like the potential worst scenario. First, I suggest that we look over our own crew and see if any other members are exhibiting signs of what's going on. So far,
Can't
Liam
we
is the
just
only one, and that's probably because he spent so much time with his father.
okay? Let's do a comb over. But is there any way to just use your magical medicine to do for the entire crew and then call it a day for everybody?
No, at least not what I have right now.
All right.
So far, Belina and Johnny would be the best to at least minimize what's going on.
All right. Let's do that, and then we can take care of
Well,
other problems.
I wouldn't
Probably
actually
get
be
rid of the
able to.
dead body. Get
I
rid of the
couldn't help
dead
with that
body.
until tomorrow, for the record.
Tomorrow.
We'll tell
Yeah,
them.
I'd have to
Tell them that I got
adjust
lice.
stuff.
All right. Then let's look over the crew very carefully to see signs and symptoms. And then if they don't show any, we can go take care of the giants and come back, and we'll monitor at that point to
Well-
see where they're.
Take care. Look at the crew. Take care of the body, then the giants.
Yeah. Well, we got to move the ship anyway. We can do the burial on the way to moving to the new area to hide the ship.
Do you think that's giving full respect to Liam?
Yeah, we
Doing it
fly
along the way?
out, we perform the burial, and then we bring the ship back to do it. We don't need to make a whole day of it. You take the ship. We fly west of here for a little bit, do the burial with the ceremony that you are going to conduct, and then we come back and park the ship in the hidey holes.
Okay.
He still gets the sky burial. It's not that doesn't change. We just don't do it directly along the way to make it less. We give it like a little effort to fly out away from the land to give him the burial, and then.
Okay.
So first things first. Take care of crew. Make sure nobody has disease. Then we prep and we leave. Head out to burial. Fly down and hide ship. Belina or not Belina. Johanan, if you could let the pig farmer peoples know that we will meet them on the other side of the river, that we're going to move the ship and then meet them there.
Of course, Captain.
That should be all that we need, right? Are we forgetting something? All right, then let's go. Let's do this. Let's take care of crew
Well-
first. Then when Johanan gets back, we sail out, do burial, hide ship, start hiking.
Aye, Captain.
Sounds good. Johanna dismisses herself and goes and takes care of it.
Alright, so Johanna and Belina, as everybody exits the cabin, you head out of the ship and head back into the village of Brenthal. As you enter, you remember, the main center square was most of the buildings. You head down towards where the inn is. Off to kind of the northeast is where you kind of see the huge gathering of massive hogs kind of moving around through the fields up
Johannan heads that way, looking for whoever appears to be in control.
After a few minutes walk, you come up kind of towards like this pig farming area, and you notice a few people out in the fields. There's an elaborate array of like fences to kind of herd the pigs all along the fencing line. There are various troughs for where they can feed them by pouring like slop in over the side of the rail to have it enter the pen. It smells atrocious. The field's kind of turned up into mud. The pigs are kind of covered in it. It's mud, pig shit, and a little bit of hay kind of mixed. And you see a couple guys standing around at the fence. Two of them are going around dumping slop. It looks like leftover stew and stuff, maybe from the inn and stuff. And one of them looks like he's kind of standing over them, supervising everything. He's chewing on a bit of hay in his mouth, kind of watching them do the work.
Going towards the fence, I call out a greeting and ask, who would I speak to about the movement of the pigs?
Yep, you try to move some pigs and you talk to me. I'll help you out. It ain't pig moving
Excellent.
time, though.
We have been having conversations with Grantleson regarding handling the giant situation. Our party was looking to join up with you on the other side of the river when you take the pigs. It has been recommended that you do so a little earlier than usual. We will join up with you on the other side of the river so you can show us exactly where you normally meet with the giants so that our party can hopefully relieve you of the issue of needing to breed pigs for the giants any longer.
Tell me Ambrose said all that? He knows these pigs ain't fat enough for no giants yet. That's why we take them. We give an extra couple 2 weeks. Look at them. I mean, he kind of points over, and the pigs look pretty freaking fat. They're pretty big, pretty massive. They easily dwarf the size of a halfling in size. Like, you think that those giants gonna look at those pigs and think they any more than just a snack? Heck, you try to take these pigs over to them, they probably eat you because they still be hungry after they eat the whole flock. Herd, swine, birds.
I am unfamiliar with how large pigs get, although they look quite large to me, but I am by no means a professional. If you would like to speak with, if you would be available to speak with Grenselson, you know your pigs better than I do, but we were hoping we'd be able to meet up within the next few days in order to get this taken care of as quickly as possible.
Why are we trying to move pigs so soon? What you trying to do, lady?
We are looking for somebody who knows that side of the river to show us where they usually meet up with the giants so that we can attempt to eliminate that issue on behalf of this village. That said, were we to take the normal guide with us, there would not be a guide left to take the pigs when it is time, when you would normally take said pigs at the same time that the Empire would be here.
You telling me you trying to herd these pigs so you can kill some giants? You got a lot of fancy words, lady. I'm not sure I fully understand. You telling me you gonna kill the giants?
That is the intention, yes.
Well, shucks, why didn't you say that in the first place? Of course I'll take some pigs over the river if you're gonna kill some giants. You know how long it's been since I've been allowed to eat bacon in this village? Never. It's some bullshit. If you're gonna kill the giants, I'll raise a feast to the aspects in your honor. Damn.
Well, I apologize for the miscommunication. But yes, that is our intent. If you would meet us, pulls out her map, where you normally would cross the river, we will meet you on the far side after you cross the river with the pigs, because we have to move our ship. We'll meet you there, and we will go kill giants.
Yeah, he points to a spot kind of in your map. You meet us at this bend right here. That's the best place to cross. We'll meet you over there. Take, maybe 2 days for us to get the pigs there. Pigs ain't fast moving. In case you don't know, they like to roam around a lot. Sometimes they sniff around the dirt, try to eat stuff.
That
You know how
makes
it
complete
goes.
sense. We do have to take our ship, and we will be bringing our ship down to this area, gesturing. And so from there, it'll be about where I drew that map. That marker is about 2.5 days from that spot.
Yeah,
Or do I need to
if
put the
you
marker back?
if you ain't herding pigs, I guess that's about 2.5 days. If you're walking fast, you look like you can walk fast.
Well, we do
You
have to
got
get
some
the
long
ship.
legs.
Well, I will take that as a compliment. We do
This
have
lady
to
right
get
here,
the
she
ship.
got rabbit legs. Like I ain't never seen nothing like that before, but she could probably jump it. Do you jump when you walk or when you run? How do you do that?
Where's Belina?
I was wrapping the dead.
I thought you went with. I thought
No,
Korg said
I've been in
Belina
the
and
belly
Johanna.
of the ship wrapping the dead.
Okay, I swore I
That was
heard.
my fault. When I said it, I said Belina, and then I said, sorry, Johanan, because I messed up.
I thought you said Belina and Johanna. Okay, never mind then. He doesn't say that at all. He's like, well, you got
So
some mighty
scratch
long
the
legs.
entire rabbit legs.
No,
Okay.
he totally says it, and it's just weird.
Yeah, there
Dog
was
leg.
legitimately just a rabbit nearby.
It's like, I saw you in the inn the other day with some rabbit lady. I bet she jumps when she runs.
She definitely has a greater range than many of us.
You got that Birdman
However,
too.
regarding
Does he fly?
his race is traditionally land-bound, so no, his race does not traditionally fly, although gliding is sometimes feasible.
Boy, that's a shame. I bet that'd be a good skill if you were walking around on a ship. Being able to fly. I don't know how you do it. I get on a ship. I tell you what, I'll be flying around. He'd be like, "Oh man, look at those clouds over there." I'm like, "What?" Probably fall. What do you do if you fall off a ship?
Scream very loudly.
You you enjoy the free fall until it ends, and then you don't have to worry about anything again.
That don't sound no great. Maybe I'll stick to pig farming. For a moment there, I thought it might be kind of cool to get on a ship, but if you fall, you just go splat on the ground. Shit, how long that take to fall, you think?
It depends on where you are in regards to lower islands and the ground itself. It could be relatively brief or it could be impressively extensive.
You think you jump off this island right here? How long you think it take to hit the ground?
Given that the player does not know offhand where exactly this is in regards to anything, but I am the navigator, can I get the DM to give me an idea?
Oh, well, being that the DM's not an expert on terminal velocity within mystical fantasy worlds, like, I don't know, a few minutes.
Just
Bizarre
tell them it'll
probably
take an
knows.
hour.
We're a lot closer to the ground than I thought we were. You probably hit maybe half an hour, perhaps slightly more.
That's a long time to think about where you went wrong when you gave up pig farming to go fly on a ship. Or whatever you gave up, I don't know. What you give up to go fly on a ship, lady?
I was raised on ships.
You were raised on ships? Oh, geez whiz, that's crazy.
I went from helping build them to traveling on them.
Well, now I know why you don't
This
know
is
nothing
my
about
life.
pigs. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes, I am not familiar with pigs other than the fact that on some islands I've been to, they can be quite tasty. I look forward to you being able to try them yourself.
Well, alright, well, I guess I'll start rounding up the crew. You take these pigs over and we'll see you over on that other side of the river.
Okay, well, we do have to get our ship down there, so perhaps we'll meet you there in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, 8 days.
8 days. Damn.
Or-
Alright. Well,
Wait,
that'll give
remember,
us
the
time.
ship
No,
doesn't
I
take
wasn't. Yeah, I know. I was
the ship doesn't take that long.
Okay, hun, I had wine with dinner and another glass already. I forgot I was gaming. That'd be
It's
one.
okay. I've had 2
Shame.
double rums and I'm halfway through a beer right now.
My wife
so.
is a lightweight.
With one of the medications I'm on, yeah, 2 glasses of wine and I'm pretty good for the entire night. So scratch what I said originally. I tell him we'll meet them there within 4 days.
4 or 5 ish, depending.
4 to 5 days.
Alright. We'll head out probably tomorrow. Give us some time. Give us some extra slop. Help them get some fat on them. I don't know personally because they don't let us eat the pigs. But my grandpappy, he said, you get that pig with a lot of fat on it, it sizzles right up on the roast. You kill those giants, I want to eat this pig. I want to see if grandpappy was right. I tell you what, hell, I'll give you a pig. You could take a pig with you. Wouldn't that be something?
Pig.
What do you think would happen if a pig fell off a ship? Oh, what would a pig think about for 30 minutes? That'd be funny.
I don't know what it would. I don't know what it would think about, but I would say that it would be a waste of perfectly good food.
Does that count as pigs flying? My grandpappy always said that the only way I'd ever get off this island is if a pig learned how to fly.
I believe the pig would have to be able to assist in the navigation of a ship in order to be classified as learning to fly. Otherwise, they are just merely falling.
Well, shucks, that don't sound so interesting after all. Alright, well, I guess I'll see you in a few days, lady.
That sounds great. Thank you so much, and we shall see you then.
And he spits in his hand and extends it out to shake your hand.
Returning the gesture with
Cringe.
straight face at that.
Shakes it very
Cringe.
vigorously. Then, Korg, Johnny, Jazar. Well, Belina, you finish wrapping up Liam's body in some white linen, or sorry, Sam's body in white linen. I hope.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not wrapping
Not
up the
killing
kid.
Leo.
No, no, definitely not wrapping up the kid.
So you guys dress up the body, wrap it in the white linen, prepare it for the burial. Liam's, he has moments where he cries, kind of gets a little better, cries a little bit more, but he's kind of trying to keep on that brave face. He helps you with wrapping the body. It doesn't take too long until you finish. You heard a little bit of a commotion up on the deck, up above. Not sure really what's going on as you finish up the body wrapping.
All right. Okay.
And Korg, Johnny,
Yes.
Jazar, what are you guys doing? Johanna has left. She's gone off to go find these pig people. And you guys come out. The crew's kind of still kind of meandering in the same area you left them. They're not really at attention or anything like that. They're kind of like, chilling out at ease.
Johnny and Drazar stay in the cabin. I'll get the crew and we'll do one-on-ones and they'll come in with you guys for inspections. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'll just
Wait,
walk
I
out
can't
of it.
even really help with that right now.
I know. You're just looking for disease. You're not
Oh.
actually healing anybody. You're looking to see if they're infected.
What's
That's
this about,
fair.
Captain?
So, yeah, I'll come out of the
Jace.
captain's quarters and close the door and be like, okay, before everybody, before we take off, we're going to do one quick run through. Make sure everybody's fit to fight. So we'll do one person at a time in the cabin. Just line up real quick right here, and we'll single file through real quick before we get going.
What's this about, Captain? What do you mean fit to fight?
We want to make sure that everybody is healthy, that we don't, need to worry about healing
picked up
supplies
anything
or
in
something
town?
like that. Before we leave the town, we want to make sure that we have everything we need and nobody has any unchecked needs that we won't be able to take care of while you're not in port.
Kira looks at you and she gives a little wink. She's like, I've got some unchecked needs, Captain.
You were with half of the people in that town. I believe you.
But they
Line up.
They all line up outside the cabin.
Yeah, and we'll just single file them through, and these guys can check them.
So
Like
they
a-
start
like a health
cycling
screening.
through, beginning with your unskilled crew members, Ray, Patrick, Rebecca, and Charlie. They kind of move through the line in that order. You don't really find anything with them. They kind of keep to themselves, don't really do too much. Jace comes through. You do your inspection on Jace. I guess I should have you guys roll medicine checks for this.
No, it's fine. Just keep going. It's fine.
Yeah, just talk it out.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
We don't need to worry
we'll
about
just,
We already know what we
Talk
need
it
to
out.
look for.
Yeah,
we
so you
already know
guys-
what they need to look for.
Jace goes through. You kind of look around. You don't see anything. Kira comes in. You kind of do analysis of Kira. She walks through, and you do notice some strange, some purplish greenish spots, kind of on the back of her neck, hidden underneath her hair.
Was it like a hickey?
Make a medicine check.
Get one up.
So, Johnny, you are intimately familiar with this plague-like disease that ravaged every friend you pretty much ever had in existence
Damn.
prior to meeting these people. And this is definitely the telltale sign of a plague-ridden host.
And so I nudge Drazar and just yeah, they probably need some restoration.
Yes, Johnny, they need restoration.
Wait, can either of us
What?
do that?
What are you guys whispering about?
Um,
I just
Nothing.
want to lay it on the table right here. I'm not interested in robot men or bird men. So I don't know what you
That's-
might be planning, but it's not going down like that. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, 1 second. So I have a question though. With the lay on hands thing, if I do the 5 hit points from the pool, I can remove a disease or neutralize poison. Would that
Yes.
work? So I'll do. See, but now I have to touch them, so it's gonna be weird. No, I'm
Just
gonna
put your hand on
reassure
the
her.
shoulder, and it's like,
I'm gonna
yes.
reassure
It's like,
her by a
we're not
hand
gonna
on the
rape you.
shoulder. It's not that type of thing, and then do the 5 hit
Lay on
points.
hand, the 5 points.
Yeah.
As you touch Kira's shoulder, like the lay on hands is kind of like this surge of energy that goes into her body. She shudders a little bit underneath your touch, and then she looks at you and she raises an eyebrow. She's like, "Well, you just gave me the tingles there. Maybe I should take back my stance about robots. You
I'm
got
just gonna
any
give her-
special tools hidden away in there?"
It's not that kind of party. I'll give her a robot wink and say, "Get the next person, please."
She was the last person. Drew.
Oh, okay.
So she just walks out, gives you a wink, and she leaves the cabin.
All right, so I
I'm
guess
fairly certain they should make attachments for Warforged to handle that type of situation.
well, I have a whole toolbox
I'm
of
just
things.
saying.
Don't worry about it.
He has the tools. We
That's
have the
really what I
means.
needed to recover from, the bottom of the ship. It wasn't my engine tools.
You thought integrated tools, tinkering tools, but you didn't know what tinkering meant.
He's a paladin of what now?
Been collecting these things for years. I'm not leaving them on the plague ship.
Alright, so the crew inspections are done. Kira was the only one that seemed to have any sort of infection upon her.
well, we solved the negotiations. Wouldn't you say,
We don't
Johnny?
have to worry about Grenthal anymore, I guess. Let's just leave now. We just fucked the whole town.
No, the town we'll clear it later on, and new base of operations. Easy.
Well, I mean,
But if the people
Never
aren't
mind.
there to pay to keep the Empire off our backs, the Empire's just gonna come in and take over. Isn't that what we want?
And as you guys are finishing up your inspections, Jahan and you return back into the ship in time to see Kira walking out, kind of looking at the cabin over her shoulder, this quizzical expression upon her face as the rest of the crew seems to be going about making ready to set sail.
Nah, going to do her job and get everything.
All right, so you head over to the helm, get everything ready for departure.
Belina
And if
goes over
Jazar
to
isn't on, if Jazar isn't on deck, yelling around to make sure everybody's doing their.
but Belina heads over to Korg. The body's ready for burial. It's all wrapped. We're just gonna need a couple of stronger people to carry it up and do the overboard necessities when the ceremony is performed.
I would like to relay to the rest of the group in whispers that there was an additional party member, and tell them who it was. They're going to be shocked.
So y'all find out that Kira was mildly infected with plague.
So
Well, that's not good.
Then the real question is, do we care about this town at all since it's entirely infected?
But, well, I mean, if there's no people in the town to pay the Empire will just move in. So we kind of need the people in the
Right.
town alive.
Then
Well,
our infected person shouldn't have fucked the whole town.
But she didn't know she was infected.
Do you have a way of curing all of the entirety of the town?
Well, maybe it hasn't spread that far. Maybe it's just the like 30
It's
people that she
it's
infected.
spread that far. It's absolutely spread that far.
I
Uh,
I don't remember seeing any green stuff on Ambrose
I mean,
or any of the women or children.
I don't know how closely you are looking, but if you pay enough attention, I'll bet that it's probably spread to at least a good 3 or 4 people, and it will be going.
Captain, the best thing that we could do that is talk to them and try to help the rest of the town and hold off our plans for the giants. That's like the best good thing that we could do.
Well,
The pig farmers are expecting us in 5 days. It'll take us 3.5 to 4 to get there, counting in the fuel.
We'll work with the
but
town when we get back and see how many are actually infected. At that point, it'll
oh,
be a little over a week, and we'll see some signs of the disease, right?
I
it
should
should
know
be
how
easier to
long it
tell.
takes for it to like fully manifest, right?
Yeah, so it starts manifesting. The signs on it kind of begin to show up almost immediately. But the full incubation period is a few days.
Oh,
As
Say,
it progresses, it becomes more difficult to cure. You found your problem when you were on the Black Squall was because of the presence of the idol, it was almost impossible. It kept reinfecting people, and you couldn't keep up with it until eventually
right.
it progressed to full stage, and you couldn't cure people anymore. Without the idol, it's a more controllable disease, less supernatural and crazy, and more just like standard.
uh,
Oh man, infection.
I mean,
No.
Sam and Liam have been with us for about a month, hadn't they? Because we paid them once already.
Yeah, almost a month and a half.
So,
And the signs on Liam were barely there at all, and the signs on Kira were barely there at all. And it's been a
So,
month and a
is it
half.
safe to say that the 14-year-old Liam has been having intimate relations with Kira? Because Kira is infected. Just put that out.
it's highly possible. She doesn't seem to care.
But the question is, why didn't Liam catch it earlier, and how has he had it so this long without it progressing further? That's where I'm confused at. If
Well,
it takes
maybe
like 3 to 4 days
Well,
to full
without
blown.
the main source, which is what my reference is based off of, it goes slower.
Right, but how much slower? That's what we're trying to.
Well, we
So
don't
he
know
just
yet.
said the slow. He just said slow was a few days, and I just like wait.
But if this has
Everybody,
been like, if it's been a
everybody make a
month,
wisdom check.
This could be the way. This could be the way it runs when not in the presence of that idol.
yeah. I'm so wise right now.
Just straight wisdom. Where the fuck is-
Yes.
And my mouse is being.
Oh god damn it!
I'm a sage.
Mine too. It keeps dropping the dice before I get him to the fucking board.
You did intelligence, Belina, not wisdom.
Did I?
Go ahead and re-roll that with wisdom. Yeah, no.
If it would let me actually pick up the fucking dice.
Oh.
That you rolled way too many. Okay.
It's not. It kept going, and it's like it wouldn't pick up the dice. It just kept on frickin', I kept trying to pick up the dice, and then I look over, and all of a sudden I've got 6 rolls, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
All right, we'll go. We're gonna take the first one, which was the 9. Yeah, it's a mystery for all of you. Crazy.
I'm still standing with what Johanan said. It may be wrong, but it's a shot in the dark.
Anyways,
So what do you guys do?
We stick to the plan. We'll take care of diseases when we get back. If there is, we don't even know if there are people that are infected.
It's true. We might just be blowing this out of proportion.
If it took
Or-
that long for them to see symptoms here, let's go take care of the giant, and then
Giants.
when we get back, we'll look around the town, see if we see people who are infected, and take care of.
If you say so, Captain.
Let's do it.
Belina is unsure, but she's not going to argue because the majority have already said they want to go.
Crew, let's go, set sail, let's get going. It's time to leave.
All right, they snap to. They immediately start, getting the ship ready. They unfurl the sails. Johanan engages the lift and thrust, and you guys kind of take off. Are you headed out into the
So we
into
wanna
this
head west,
west
we-
expanse to
Yeah,
perform
we
the
had
funeral?
to, right?
3 tiles worth to get us out of the cove, kind of, and do the burial there before coming back in and parking the.
Yeah, we're going to be going out a little ways first, probably.
Okay, so you guys head out a ways into
Where's
the into this expanse. And maybe
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where I was going to say, right about there.
Right
see
about
right
where I
there.
just
Or-
dropped the purple circle. And that would give us. You said we can travel 8, so
Yeah, that's about
that would be
6 hours.
that would give us 5 squares. That would have us going through 5 hexagons to where we're going to park. That would give us sufficient time for an appropriate burial, and still be able to land tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it, and we do what we need to do, set sail, and get.
Yeah, so after, I know we're not doing the burial yet, that's going to be like a thing. But after we do that part, I actually want to go down and look at the engines and stuff on this ship to see what I need to start getting ready to upgrade things. Because I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And I'm assuming the trip back over is going to take a while.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So after 5 to 6 hours worth of travel, you make good progress. Lean into the winds. There's not really much aether streaming going on here to increase speed where you're at, but you manage to come out to a decent area, kind of away from it all, out into the wild expanse of the untamed sky in order to perform the burial for Sam.
Can we have Johnny and Belina bring up the body, and Drazar, you'll be the one conducting.
It's
the
cute that
weakest
you think
person on the
Johnny and
crew.
Belina have any strength.
Because I'm not gonna haul the body. Alright, fine, I'll go get the body.
Did you see these little noodle robot arms?
You're a robot. It's easier for you to haul it because you're a robot.
I mean,
Good.
Belina's like literally it's like comparatively, Belina's probably the second strongest person.
I think
in our
you
group.
are the second strongest in the group.
I'm an engineer robot. I'm not a lifting robot.
I have hollow bones.
He's a nerd robot.
Yeah.
Alright, Belina, you and I will go get the body. Drazar, start set up for a proper burial.
Okay. Um, never done that before.
How do you set up for a sky burial, Drazar? What are the procedures for a proper burial at sky
Come on,
in the
you're a
world of
pirate.
Icarius?
You're a pirate. Come on, you've known these things. You have to have seen them before. Think about it.
As Korg and Belina bring the body up from down below, shrouded in a white linen shroud. Kind of repetitive statement. Drazar, you set up the boat. How?
I set up the crew in a line-like fashion, with myself and Liam at the side. We just kind of wait for the body to slowly show up.
They bring the body up to the to where you're standing. Liam reaches out and grabs your hand. It's a little uncomfortable for him because of the talons and all, but you know, he does it.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to read one of my spell scrolls. It says 5e spell coding effects for sanctuary is not loaded.
Did you go to the library and
Did I need it?
modules and
I might have
open the
I might have needed to do it again. Yeah. I didn't see that.
I found a prayer that can be adapted really, really easy for during the actual send-off.
he might need that.
Yeah, I'm figuring out the...
Okay. I am going to use my scroll of ceremony during this
Okay.
to use the funeral rite option. As I talk about Sam and his dedication to Liam, even through his roughest times of being infected on the Black Squall, he always wanted to see his son prosper in a new world. And I just want to make sure that he's cast off with a few more days of rest as far as his body is concerned. And with the funeral rite option, he cannot become undead within the next 7 days.
Yep. And if you want, Johanan posted a small prayer. You could adapt to the aspects.
Yep, just switch
You
it to
want to.
aspects, throw in his name,
Got it.
and it's fairly close to good to
O great aspects, mother and father of us all, we ask your blessings in the ceremony of of Sam, honoring blessing of Sam. We stand in the gateway now, a gateway that each of us must step through sometime of our lives. Sam has stepped through this gateway already. His soul is immersed in shining light of unity at the aspects of us all. The sadness and pain we feel now in our knowledge and our experience of the fact that we ourselves cannot yet cross the threshold to be with Sam until our time has come. And I look to Liam. It's like, Will you help me do the honors, Liam?
And Liam kind of nods. The tears are free flowing down his face as you guys approach the body, having set up no sort of plank or slide or any other system. I guess you guys just unceremoniously dump it over,
Chuck it off.
On,
over the edge.
Liam, on 3.
That's not how this works.
Okay, he nods. He nods. He grabs like an arm to prepare to
This is
shove
terrible.
his dad just over the
This
ship.
is
He's
fucking
never
awful.
seen one of these before. He thinks
no idea.
We have all the appropriate paperwork on how to do funerals. We have a good prayer. We have everything else. We are spot on when it comes to the words and the emotional and mental state that everyone should be in to appropriately honor the dead. And then we're just gonna count to 3 and chuck them.
No, I'm just gonna walk up and yeet him off the deck. Just yeet.
No. Oh god.
counting. Who's counting to 3?
No.
Not
don't,
Korg.
Don't do the thing. Come on.
Yeah, I'll just let them do it.
Oh god.
Alright, with
oh
me,
my
Liam.
god.
1,
This is
2, 3.
I can't even look at the screen right now.
You guys.
That,
Shut
that should
up.
be an athletics check to see if they drop him.
Yeah, he slips like after It's so
Man,
bad.
Oh my
Not
god.
gonna be that bad. You guys haven't been rolling good today. You guys just chuck Sam's body over the railing. Just. The linen's flapping in the air. Kind of just falls and then disappears from sight in the clouds. And Liam's like, the guy looks at you. Like, so that's how.
Exactly the way that you just saw it.
Just like,
Remember
we
the-
have so many people that have been sailing the skies as part of their background for all of the freaking thing, and nobody does a history check or anything to verify. It's just, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and throw him. They don't set up the play. Nothing. They don't even check.
Sorry to do it. He had it.
I was working on doing the research.
I'm like, oh
I
my
was
god.
trying to find it out because I hadn't thought to do it ahead of time.
Oh
I was-
my god.
Chuck
That's
the
where I
body
found
over
the prayer
the
was while you guys were talking.
We did it exactly how you're supposed to do it. I've seen these funerals 1,000 times when my ship blew up and everybody flew off the edge. That's exactly how it works, okay? As far as I'm concerned, everybody who dies just flies off the edge of the deck, okay? That's it. Let's just move.
And on that note, I would like to request that everybody take a snack break.
As the body plummets into the depths, and you convince young Liam that that truly is the way proper, respectful sky burials happen, and that's surely what his father Sam would have wanted. While Kira and Jace look a little side-eyed at you guys, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, they just chuck his body off the. Hear a little whispering between them. You got a little stray words here and there, but not too much. You guys break to go ahead and get back to crewing the ship to get it to these hills in the distance.
Let's go.
It's no longer sunrise, so the daylight changes. So the you guys you get the crew back. Everybody goes back to their stations. Liam kind of goes underneath the deck down to the crew quarters down below. You know, he's still very upset over his father's death. The funeral, you know, he thinks it was a nice funeral. Grabbing his father's elbow to chuck him over the side of the rail was a little confusing for him, but you know, he takes it in his stride as you guys head towards the cliffs to the south. As you turn in and kind of Johanan, you're able to navigate pretty easily to get over there. Before long, you kind of head to these rugged kind of hills and find kind of a dip in a valley that you can kind of nestle the ship into. As you kind of pull up here, hovering kind of above the ground a little bit, you can't really land the ship on ground. It's not really a thing, as you kind of realize at this point in time. The ship's made to either land in water or to stay in the air.
Her plan was to just bring it down fairly low and tether it.
Yep. So you can do that. Kind of bring it low. Kind of weigh sky anchor, as it were, to kind of hold it in position.
Yeah, that's what her plan. That's what her plan when she suggested it was. Is just tether it to the ground, and use the hills to give us extra concealment, depending on what direction the Empire's coming in from.
Yep, and that works. So you kind of get close to the ground, toss the anchor out, kind of hovering kind of above where it's at. And I guess you guys choose, who do you place in charge, Korg, of the ship while you're away? Is it going to be Kira still?
No.
What?
While we're gone, just for the week and a half-ish, I am leaving Jace in charge. Jace has quite a lot of experience on ships, and I believe that for this particular time, she would be the best choice.
Aye, aye, Captain. You know I can take care of it for you. We never discussed the you said there's a pay raise.
That was Kira that asked for a pay raise.
Oh,
We'll talk about the incentives as soon as we get back.
For holding down the ship, while we are gone, you will definitely see a bonus on your next pet.
I have to ask, Captain. You all were gone for several weeks out in the forest, and Kira and I and Liam, we all are entitled to a share of the loot while you're out and about. You didn't happen to find any out there, did you?
We didn't find any loot, right? Because as far as I remember, we didn't.
We found items, not like anything of monetary value, except for if we were to sell that. It depends how you look at it.
What items did we find? I'm trying to remember now.
Like all of the massively powerful items we just got?
Well, okay, but besides like the gloves, was there any other...
We found the gloves, we found the storm cloak, we found this gun that I have.
We have the moon.
We found
Kira
the
and
medallion.
Kira and Jace are the only ones who are entitled to a share of loot with extra duties. If you the notes that I put in, because I was taking notes that day, Kira and Jace are experienced deckhands, 2 gold pieces per day, and a share of the loot, parentheses, with extra duties.
I just have share of loot marked down.
Well, there wasn't any monetary value found out there. There were merely only items. When we can get these items properly looked at to get an idea of how much they are actually worth, at that point we can pay you. But right now, as it stands, we don't actually know how much these items are actually worth.
You're not trying to screw us, are you, Captain? Leaving us out here in the hills, taking off.
You're not doing any work for weeks and still getting paid a lot of money. I don't
If you would
think
rather, you
you're
can.
being screwed.
And they're having a fun
If you would
time.
rather, you can come fight the giants with us.
Well, I didn't sign on to fight any giants. It's just, I asked you about you leaving me in charge of the ship and running things, and then when I asked you about pay, you said that was only a deal with Kira, and then we discussed when you
No,
get back.
only that Liam did not get involved with the price of additional.
I think the
Kira was the
conversation
one.
just took a turn.
Kira had
got-
Jace. Kira had originally asked if there would be a pay increase. She had been told that yes, there would be an increase.
She told
for
that
the
they would talk
period,
about it on this side after, and then
but
they never
it was
did.
not. But it was never discussed as to how much we. The discussion had not yet come up with your name involved, so we were not able.
Enough. Look, you will be properly compensated for holding down the ship while we were gone. There's two options here. You can come with us to help fight giants, or we pay you a little extra to kind of keep these people on the ship here from running amok and, getting into trouble until we get back. But you will be properly compensated for your work. Have we not properly paid you for the work that you've already done fairly so far, right?
I'm just making sure, Captain.
don't think
Increased
that's something that
responsibility,
you have to
increased
do.
pay. Pay commensurate with rank.
You will take you'll get the money that you have earned. We have not been unfair with you for almost 2 months now. It's not going to just suddenly start today. You'll be properly compensated for your.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Are we getting down?
There's probably a rope ladder for Skyland.
Fly down.
Jazar flies down while you guys unfurl the rope ladder to reach the ground.
Safe down here.
As you guys kind of crawl down the rope ladder, it's not a difficult challenge for you. So you all kind of get down on the ground, sturdy grassland underfoot. As you guys start heading to meet up with the pig farmers. In the interest of time, so the 3 days, well, roughly about 2.5 days to get there. They pass uneventfully for you as you move through. It's not as slow going as a forest, but it's also kind of boring, plain. If you've ever been to Oklahoma, think Oklahoma. There's just nothing to see. Miles,
Flyover states.
just endless fields of nothingness. And so eventually you kind of intersect up with the river kind of late in the evening of the third day, and as you do, you can kind of see in the distance the pigs roaming around. There's about somewhere between 20 to 30 pigs roaming around. The same Johanan, the same kind of three people are there. The man you spoke to with the haystack they like to chew on, the two people that were feeding them the slop and everything. They're kind of moving around like keeping the pigs kind of in order as you approach. And the man you spoke to earlier kind of walks up and he's like, "Hey there, lady. Looks like you about right on time. Maybe just a little bit early, in fact. Wasn't expecting you till tomorrow."
I always try and make sure that we don't leave anyone waiting.
Yeah, is this that rabbit lady we was talking about earlier? Ooh,
Belina looks
rabbit lady, I
curious.
gotta ask you a question. Like, when you go walking, do you do a hop or do you walk like a normal person? Like, that was my question. Like, are you like a jumpity jumpy, or are you a walkie walkie?
Belina looks severely confused. She's like, um, I have never thought about it. I don't know. I just move.
What, you think
Why?
you could jump? Could you jump a pig? You think you could jump a pig?
I probably could jump over a pig, yes.
Could you jump 2 pigs?
How big are the pigs?
Which way are they oriented? This is important.
They're pretty large. You know, they're usually they come up to about waist height on 3-4 feet in height. They're rather large pigs. You know, very wide, very broad.
I mean, with a running start, probably, yes, could jump 2 pigs, yes.
Ooh, I wouldn't give to be able to see that. Oh, what about 3 pigs? You do 3 pigs?
I don't know.
Ooh, if you jump 3 pigs, I tell you what, I'll give you my lucky knife. Jump 3 pigs. Yeah, my lucky knife. Maybe it'll help you kill a giant. I don't know.
Do it,
What you
Belina.
say?
It might be lucky.
I can try. I have no guarantee this will work. So for okay, so speaking mechanically, a Lapines use their dexterity to jump.
Strength.
Lapines have a build modifier on their race.
Oh,
They
their
can use
class
their
or
dexterity.
race. Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
cool.
racial thing. So they can, yep. So I have a 19 on my dex. So with a running start, I can clear 19 feet forward.
Yep. You could probably jump 3 pigs, no problem.
Okay, then, yeah, I go
it's
ahead and
trivial to you.
yes, indeed. So I look like I'm unsure, like I'm a little worried, and then I go ahead and I run and I jump over the pigs, and I look back and I'm like, I guess I can.
Whoa, would you look at that? Y'all see that? Jump 3 pigs! Oh my god. I bet that makes your Birdman a little jealous 'cause you can't fly. I bet you can't do over 3 pigs.
I bet I could jump
You
over
know-
4.
A deal's a deal. Like, I'll give you my lucky knife. Just, I can't believe you ever. Hey, you ever seen someone jump 3 pigs before? He looks over to one of his buddies, like, no, sir, never seen no one jump 3 pigs before. Ain't no one jumped 3 pigs. 1 pig, yeah. You remember that time Billy jumped that 1 pig? Like, yeah, I remember that time. But 3 pigs, that's something new. That's special. Yeah, does it really? I mean, she part rabbit. Does it really count? I was like, shut up! Like, don't upset them. Yeah, she part rabbit, but she jumped 3 pigs. That's pretty impressive. And he kind of pulls out this knife. It's kind of it looks a little dull. It's very small, like 3 maybe 4 inches. It's just like kind of like a pocket knife for whittling, but it's got like a nice elk bone handle, and kind of hands it over to you.
Okay,
Like, whew. I ain't never seen no
well,
one
thank
jump
you.
3 pigs before. That is something that I ain't never gonna see nothing like that again in my life. I'm sure. Whew, I'm gonna be telling this story to my grandkids. I'll tell you what, 3 pigs. Oh my gosh, saw a rabbit person jump 3 pigs.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate the gesture. And she takes the knife. And she's not sure what to do with it, but she takes it anyways.
Like, whew. Now, what about what this man over here walks over kind of on Johnny's chest? He's like, you made a medal? Oh my god, you got a metal man here. Like, what is going on with that? Like, what? How you do? Are you a real person in there? You maybe is this armor?
No, it's just me. Clink,
Like,
clink, clink, tapping on.
like you made out of metal? Boy, what'd you do? Your mama bathed you like a forge when you were born? Maybe
Just more of like a magical construct, and then I just like do spinny stuff with my hands.
Oh, that more impressive than jumping three. Tell you what, like I didn't know what we were getting into. You got a person that couldn't fly, and I was like, what? A bird person? He can't fly? Oh, there ain't even nothing to talk about here. But now I see a rabbit person
His
jump three
race does
pigs.
not.
I see a
His
person.
race doesn't fly.
He spins his hands around like that. I don't even know. You got a turtle person? Like, what's the turtle person do? You make good soup?
I
Like,
go into my shell and just disappear.
whew, that's a fancy trick. Like well, you just like you live in. You got a house, a pillow, or
Rent,
like a
rent
cot.
is very cheap inside of here.
Is it comfortable in your shell?
Who said I couldn't fly?
Is it like well, the lady with the nice legs said you couldn't?
He asked me if bird people such as yourself flew, and I explained to him that the race you descended from is, to my knowledge, not capable of flight.
Yeah.
Am I incorrect? Your species doesn't fly, does it?
So
I could have sworn your father didn't.
my
He had to
father
change.
does not fly. It turns out I'm adopted.
Oh! Did you know you was adopted for this conversation, or did you just find out because your daddy can't fly?
I just found out.
Oh my God, this trip is a revelation. That's what I'll tell you what. Oh my God, how you feel about being adopted? Are you okay with that? Heck, if I'd be adopted if it meant I could fly. Shit, my grandpappy ain't giving me nothing but pig shit and pigs I can't eat. Like, your poppy gave you ability to fly by adopting you, I guess. I don't know how that works. Like,
Means he's not my real dad.
well, yeah, but yeah, but he's like your dad though. Like, it still counts. It just means you can fly, and he can't. Does he hate you? Is he like, why the fuck can my son fly, but like I can't fly? Like, this is some bullshit. Like, the aspects cursed me.
Not
Like,
really. My dad can only really copy people, so hate's not really his thing.
well, what if he copied somebody that hates people?
Well, we'd have to find one first.
Well, people hate people all the time. Shit. Like, I tell you what, I hate Billy. Like, don't let him know. But he can jump a pig. I lost a pair of good boots over that. I didn't think he could jump a pig. Jump that pig. I think it was a trick. He lied to me.
Do you always bet on jumping pigs?
Well, what else is there? What else would you bet on if it's not about jumping pigs? Walking with pigs?
Jumping over the river?
Hey, can't jump the river. Nobody can jump the river. What? It's like at least 20 feet to the other side. Ain't no one can jump that. That's not possible. Shit, I will eat my britches. Someone can jump that river. That ain't even a thing. Like, don't be saying that. That's crazy. It's crazy talk.
I mean, I could make it across.
But you just said you could fly. That ain't jumping. That's just you trying to trick me. I ain't no imbecile.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure the rabbit can do it.
Look, that rabbit jumped those 3 pigs. I give you that. That's pretty impressive. But that rabbit ain't jumping no river. That ain't doable. Don't matter how much you can spin your hands or how many pigs jump. No one can jump 20 feet across a river. That ain't a thing.
Do you want to see him eat his breeches?
I need to check something because this is hilarious, but I don't. Hang on, I need to check something.
Can you swim?
No. Give me a sec.
I'm just wishing I had a benign first level spell. Run, jump, you can get about 10 feet. It's only 20 feet across. Cast the first level, gust myself over there. First, then I have to try and figure out how to get back.
Oh, I mean, we
And
got
it's
across
waste-
anyway.
No, we met them on this
Yeah, you
side.
guys have
of
already
the-
crossed.
Oh, that's true. Never
We
mind.
didn't we flew across. They crossed. We met them after they crossed the pigs across. So going back across the river would be going backwards.
Yeah.
Oh goddamn! My mouse is being dumb. Give me a minute. Oh, where's the rules?
Oh.
Okay,
So,
after
are you-
moving at least 2 feet, you can jump. Straightforward. Yeah, no, I can only go 19. I can't.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about eating the britches.
You could
then.
try an acrobatics check to push yourself to go further.
I'm not that keen on watching this guy eat his britches. That's
Maybe on the way back.
Plus, if she got over one way, she'd have to come back the other.
yeah, that's
So-
2 acrobatics checks I have to make. So no.
So you guys are gonna try to kill some giants, right? That's the goal here. Like you got a bird man, bunny girl, turtle man, a metal man, and a nice looking lady with some fine looking legs. And you're gonna kill giants. Is that the case? You know they're big, right?
That's the plan as of right now.
Like they got a hand that could like crush like any one of you. Like just like it's like maybe the metal man won't have bloods popping out, but you'd be like a grape. Or maybe a tomato. Like you ever crush a tomato, hand juices go like explode out like that. That'd be probably what most of you look like, except the spinny hands man. Like, are you sure you're up to this? Cause like I know you can jump 3 pigs, but can you jump over a giant's hand trying to like?
I don't plan on getting that close to a giant. I point to the bow on that is probably hanging on my back.
Oh,
I
that's
shoot it
a
from
nice
over
little pig sticker you got there. Like that might make the giant like I don't know pick his teeth or something. I don't. They're pretty big. Those arrows
They're
look kind
big.
of small.
but they hit hard. It's fine. It will
I
work.
kind of I thought you'd maybe like come with like a cannon or something. Seems like
Those are much too heavy.
okay. Like well, you know it. We can set up camp here for the night. It ain't smart to move over the nighttime. Maybe sunrise tomorrow. Kind of move out a little bit, and then maybe a day or two out giants, but it ain't time. So we kind of gotta move around till it finds us. Hopefully, you don't have to go as far as the foothills. You gotta go. Or, I don't want to get squished. Like, like, I hope you kill the giants because I really. But you know, you don't look like you can kill some giants.
Only one way to find out.
You look a little squishy.
We may
Maybe
look like a rather odd team, but we have surprised many in the past, and we
Well, I
do
mean,
intend to
how-
survive to do so again.
How a nice looking lady like you get mixed up with this ragtag bunch of misfits? Like, you're a good looking gal, but you got like,
Belina takes slight offense to this. Definitely not ragtag in any way, shape, or form.
Are they not amazed by her fancy cloak? With the weather flowing around on it?
Yeah, they're impressed by Johannen's fancy robe and color changing cloak.
No. It's there's it's the robe.
Yeah, the robe of
The storm thing is the robe. She just has a fairly standard looking cloak that she wears over it.
Oh, so it's covered. Never mind.
Yep. So it's a robe, well, partially, but yeah, it's a robe. A robe of storm. The robe is the Stormlord item is the robe, not her cloak. Anyway, in answer to your question, I was recruited because I am a reasonably skilled navigator for airships.
Ooh. So that's why you was talking all that talk about flying on a ship like that. That's mighty impressive.
She just kind of shrugs.
You said you were growing up on ships all the time. Now it makes a lot of sense. What about these people? What they are? Are you the captain of your ship? Is that? And this is your crew? That would make. Why did you hire a bunch of animal people?
No. Our captain is actually Korg, the turtle.
I perk up at my name. I turn around and look, and I'm fiddling with a twig that I've just kind of snapped in half accidentally.
Like
that would be our captain.
You a ship captain?
Oh yeah, I am the captain of the Amethyst Sky.
Like what? Boy, you give a boy a lot of hope and faith. By the aspects, you don't strike me as a ship captain.
I don't strike anybody that's a ship captain.
Yeah,
you hit lots of people with your hammer.
Yeah, but they're never ship captains. Well, usually not.
Well, there was the undead ship captain. Hit him with your.
Well, also,
did you say undead? You guys killed an undead ship cap. Oh shit! Maybe you can take on some giants. I don't know.
It wasn't just the captain. It was the ship. Everyone on the ship. But yes.
Well, not everyone on the ship. Points to the Warforged. He wasn't undead. Well, he's not.
True,
really.
But he also wasn't. He wasn't exactly susceptible to the disease that killed and reanimated everyone.
You telling me you found Metal Man on a ship full of recently reanimated corpses?
That's an awfully big word. Yes.
Wasn't.
That's basically yes.
So you found a Metal Man full of corpses. Now, ain't that a story? Oh my god! Like, we gotta set up camp. You guys gotta tell me about. Be able to tell people, like.
No. We must be on our way.
Well, no, we have to camp because we can't leave at nighttime. He's right, but
nighttime.
We don't have to.
We are camping tonight, but
you gotta tell me all the stories about your crazy adventures. It's not every day that a pig farmer on the edge of the empire gets to meet a Metal Man zombie.
We actually don't, we don't like to have our story spread that much because, well, the Empire doesn't like us very much, so we don't really ever.
Well, why is that? Why don't the Empire like you? Well, that's a shame.
Because we had to rescue Birdman's father from the Empire, and they don't like us. That's yeah. We're gonna go with that.
What do you mean rescue him?
Well, they took him.
They stole him and made him
bride.
work as a slave.
Yes. That.
Well, ain't that just the shittiest thing I heard all day? You had to rescue Dad from the Empire, make him slave. Sometimes I feel like I'm a slave to the empire. Like, not really, because, I don't really pay taxes because I raise the pigs and the pigs to the giants. But, maybe if I didn't have to give the pigs to the giants, and then, then I would have to give the pigs to the empire because the empire come by for the taxes all the time. You kind of get stuck on this island because it took all the ships away. So, much place to go. And, I've been trying. My grandpappy said the only island was if pigs started to fly. So I thought maybe, I could breed a pig to fly, but it turns out that launching pigs from like a homemade catapult by having Billy jump off the edge of the barn, try to launch him in the sky, that don't count as flying. So, it wasn't very successful. I thought maybe the pigs went distance, and then we try to breed the pigs that went distance with each other, that maybe that would end up making pigs that could fly. But it turns out that that's not really how that works. No, so, that didn't work out. I don't know. Anyways, we probably set up that's enough about my story tale. We'll get ready to go. We can head out.
Can I gather food?
Yeah, you do that.
I will enhance ability Korg so he can fish again and cook again.
Yes.
So you get that
Fish
that
tacos
wisdom
forever.
you get that wisdom enhancement so that you can do that, and I'm just going to munch on some berries and whatever we can find because
Go
I don't
around and
eat
find
fish.
berries and nuts and mushrooms or whatever else, the edible kinds that is good for.
Yeah.
I
So
can do it as my background. So
yeah. So I will go ahead and enhance ability Korg for wisdom so he can do his survival stuff for cooking the food.
All right, make a
Hang on.
I'll just do
I'll target Korg.
So go ahead and make your advantage survival check to cook up your fish tacos. Korg's specialty, fish tacos. They're not too bad this time around. Do you make enough for the farmers?
yeah, I'm trying to feed everybody.
What's this? What you try? You put fish in a what? What's this called?
These are the fish tacos. I don't have an official trademark name yet, but
What's
this
trademark?
is the new part. Patent pen copyright.
It means he owns the recipe, and he's the one that can officially make these and allow people to make them for the.
So you eat this, you put the fish in, what's this called? Like a little flat bread?
Yes,
And then
Yes.
it's like a little very flat bread, and then there's some fish and some other dressings like the foraged items here, and you will like it. Trust me, this very.
so the pig farmers, they all eat it. They're like, "Hooey, that's a good fish taco."
Taco. Yes, taco. He said
They are
taco.
tacos.
Tacos. Wow, that is a good fish taco. I ain't never had nothing like that. That's pretty good.
Well, you haven't heard of Phil. He makes the best fish tacos, but unfortunately, they don't make it this far out.
Oof. Well, I want to get to be able to travel world, experience fish tacos. You guys must life.
It
That's
has
good
pros
stuff.
and cons.
Well, I guess the con is that you're gonna get squished by a giant. Yeah.
Or we
see
succeed
that.
and we kill those giants. You'll see.
Well, I guess that's an option. Yeah, no, I'll just stick to raising pigs. You're right. I don't want to get squished by a giant. That would suck. I saw it happen once. Did I ever tell you that?
You saw somebody get squished by a giant?
Yeah, well, you know, I'll let you in on a little secret, but you can't tell the others. But I'm going to tell you, Cap. So sometimes when we make the drop, see, the key is you gotta herd the pigs like together, and then get out. Right? You see those giants coming. You gotta move. Well, Jesse, he was herding the pigs. We told him the giants were coming, and he was like, "Oh no!" Like one of the pigs was kind of straying off to the side. Jesse was trying to get that pig in. We were like, "Leave the pig, Jesse! Jesse, leave the pig! Don't try to get that pig, Jesse!" Jesse went and done got that pig. I tell you what, giant don't care if you a man or a pig. They picked Jesse right up, bit him in half, ate right through him. Worst thing I ever seen in my life. It was horrible. He didn't even have time to scream. He was so just shot. He just stood there. John picked him up. He was like frozen. He was like, we were like, Jesse! Bit him right in half. Jesse was gone. Horrible experience. Don't tell your buddies though. They probably wouldn't fight giants if they knew they could bite you in half. Probably not a good thing. Don't get bit in half. I kind of like you guys. You're all right. You got some cool stories.
We will
I
do
ain't
our
never
best
seen.
not to get squished or eaten.
I ain't never seen no one jump 3 pigs before. Like nobody's gonna believe me. You got if the rabbit lady gets bit in half, I'm gonna be like, I saw a rabbit lady jump 3 pigs one time. They're gonna be like, what? Show us that. I'll be like, I can't. She got ate by a giant. They're gonna call me a liar. You gotta come back, show everyone you can jump 3 pigs. It's crazy. Thanks for the fish tacos though. These are really good.
You're very welcome. They are the best tacos that you'll get in the whole entire city of Greta.
Well, I ain't never seen fish tacos in Granthal before, so I guess that's probably a true statement.
That's the best kind of truth is technically correct.
Alright, well, I guess I'll let you like get up in your shell where you got like pillows in your house and stuff, and like, you know, you do you. We go to bed tonight. Y'all rest easy now. Don't be though. You guys, pigs for the giants. Don't try to eat the pigs. It's against Granthal law. Can't eat no pigs.
I'm gonna put up my tent.
Why are you setting up a tent? I thought you said that your home was in your shell.
Nope, I sleep in a tent.
Well, what's the point of being a turtle then?
The shell protects me from harm.
But you said your shell was your home, but you setting up another home.
No, I said I can retract into my shell.
I don't know. I feel like maybe that's the lamest superpower.
He's got 2 homes.
this guy, he can go over here. He can fly. This lady, she could jump 3 pigs. You could like go inside your shell, but you still set up a tent.
If either one of those 2 people were to be eaten by the giant, they could be bit in half. The giant cannot bite me in half.
Is that true?
Just like how small people can't push you over a cliff.
Yes, that is the truth.
You ever had a giant try to bite you in half before?
Have you?
No, but I told you I seen it happen.
Alright.
Well, good night. Enjoy your second home in tent, I guess. If anybody else needs a tent, he kind of looks at John. Like you can, I always got a spot, you know. If you're curious, if you want to be warm.
I appreciate the offer, but I I prefer to sleep on my own. Thank you, kind.
Belina's still a little grumbly over the whole not good looking thing. Rolls out her bedroll, ignoring everybody. It's like her entire job is to be provocative and freaking farmer. Freaking funny.
Belita's very
John
upset
is
right
used
now.
to being John is used to being ignored by everybody when she travels with you guys. It's like weird half elf. Look at all these awesome weird things.
So you guys rest up for the night, rather. It's uneventful other than the sounds of, pigs rustling around, the occasional cry from the farmhands. As the sun rises in the morning, they start getting the pigs ready to move. You guys prepare to head out.
So I'm want to talk to Korg and everyone be like, what are we doing here when the giants show up? Are we gonna try to ambush them when they're eating pigs while they're distracted? Are we gonna follow them back to where they're going? Like, I kind of want a plan of what we're doing.
Well, I don't know exactly where their home is in the mountains, but I also don't want to wait until they're all grouped together and then attack multiple giants.
Yes.
So I don't. Maybe we can kill one and leave the other to flee home and follow him.
But what if he doesn't flee?
Well, we know what direction they come from, right? We head that way, and Razar can fly over top and look for their house.
Yeah. We can follow tracks as well, probably.
I mean, they'd have.
They're very large.
They're giants.
It sounds like a giant problem.
Potentially.
Is the plague.
Anyways, well, I think ambushing them while they're eating pigs is good idea because then we get first shots off and don't have to worry about them so much attacking us first.
Let's do it. The ones here, they get jumped first, and then we track them back to their house and kill the rest. Hopefully there are not.
All right.
All right.
But I just hope that they don't throw the pigs at us. I don't feel like getting smashed by a
Just
flying
jump
pig.
over them.
You jump 3 pigs at a time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
If you could jump 3 pigs, you could jump 1 flying pig. The math is there.
So you guys head out with the pigs. They move them around. You don't have much pretty much, so you kind of just chill out while the pig farmers do their business. The first day kind of goes by uneventful. As you get closer towards the foothills of the mountain, that you seeing them in a distance, maybe kind of a day's travel away. You notice that the farmhands are a little more agitated than they were before. A little harsher with the pigs as it kind of sets in. Kind of to the evening, they're kind of looking around a little furtively. Till eventually, the lead farmhand kind of calls it a night. He's like, "Yeah, probably gonna have to stop here, not go much further right now. We ain't never been much farther than this, but we're a little early, so maybe we get a little bit more luck tomorrow. I don't know."
Do they just see you guys and then show up, or?
Yeah, that's how it usually happens. We kind of heard them general direction, and then eventually the giants, we see them and we run. Giants eat the pigs.
All right.
So that's kind of the way it goes. You see giants, you run. That's the key. Don't want to get eaten by no giant. Never happened before. We don't want it to happen again. Kind of winks very obviously at Cord.
Why does everybody in this city hit on me?
It's because you're so tough. Can take hit.
This is true. It's my burden to bear.
You guys set up camp for the night, and this night also passes by pretty uneventfully. Nothing much going on. So you guys head out once again. You start to kind of enter into the foothills areas of the mountain that becomes more stony and rugged. And the pigs start to get like this agitated appearance as you kind of get into the later afternoon. The cart starts kind of shuffling around, snorting a little bit more. And one of that main guy comes over to you guys. He's like, well, that's a sign of old Bessie up there. She's starting to get a little agitated. They sense them giants coming a little bit sooner. So I think I think this is where you guys kind of take over and gonna go. 'Cause there's not much we can do from here. Is that okay?
That works
That's
for me.
fine.
Yes.
Thank you
it's
so
fine.
much for your assistance. We'll see you when we get back to.
Yeah, if you say so. Like, I just, yeah, it was nice knowing you. I wish to know. Yeah, you guys take care and don't die. That was just so you know. I don't. Yeah, he kind of reaches out to shake Johannon's hand.
She returns the shake. Be well.
Shake, Sonora.
Shake your body. Alright, so they kind of rush away, kind of leaving the pigs in the middle. Oh, pressed the wrong button there. Before long, you hear the kind of thundering and you see these massive lumbering beasts kind of rushing forth from the
How many?
you see two rushing forward, and they immediately descend upon this field of pigs. I assume you guys, based on your plan, we're gonna try to hide a little bit from them.
Yeah, I can't. God dang it, my mouse is acting up. I can't grab my freaking character. Let's go. Let me try again.
So these two massive giants come lumbering into view, and they immediately start smashing up pigs. Like, kind of like chowing down on them. You hear the crunch of the bones as they bite into them, the blood oozing and gushing forth around you. They seem pretty unaware of your presence at this point in time.
All right. So,
Whispering to the group, if you've got your ranged attacks, do it now. This is our.
So I have a spell that I can use that may make it so that they can't move for a little while, and we can try and single them out.
It
Maybe.
has to be quick. Let's go. Whatever you got,
Alright.
guys, get it out there now.
I'm gonna go ahead and move and cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Alright, everybody roll initiative. Alright. Oh. Johanna, you go first in this surprise round, and then it'll be Belina. You know Belina's getting ready to go out and cast her spell. So what do you choose to do?
Give me a sec. I'm reviewing because I've got those new ones that come with the robe. I've been trying to read them, but not. I keep getting distracted by what's going on with the. How far away are we? Wow, we're like rounds away.
Like 90. So I mean, you can move and shoot.
Yeah, I just gotta verify what type of distance I have on this stuff. How much space is between them?
Between them, about 10 feet between them.
10 feet between them. That's what I needed to know.
Well, I mean, does it go off their large squares or where the actual icons is?
It goes off kind of like the size of the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
There's
see
the
what you're
gap.
saying.
Never mind.
There's that gap there.
Okay, so if I want to do the minute meteors, how do I go ahead? Because they are they run a little different than anything I've cast before.
Alright,
Do I
so
just select,
first
because I've got them for range. So.
you'll put the effect on yourself for the that you cast a spell on yourself, and so that's just the effect part. Mouse, minute meters, concentration, self, and that's the casting of the spell. And then
Like
and then
that?
you can no the effect button down below where it says effect mouse minute. Yep, that's just to show that you're concentrating on it.
Alright, as long as I didn't hurt myself, that's good.
Yep, and then you get then you can use it to cast against them up to the 6 times that you can do it with those 6 meteors. And then it's
And I can cast, I can hit each, I can throw up to 2 around. Does that have to be 2 on the same, or can I do 1 on each? Or I have never used this spell before.
it looks like so if you choose to send 2, they both have to go to they can go to separate points because it says a point or points. So you can send 2 and they could each go to it.
Okie dokie.
But you would want to target each one individually still to
So basically, I'd
cast against
send
one,
the
then
damage.
cast against the other.
Okay. So be prepared to fix my mess ups.
Alright, so he failed, so go ahead and roll the damage.
Nice.
Why did it roll twice?
I don't know. I hit
But-
cast, and then he said roll damage, and I clicked damage, and that was it.
That's okay. I fixed that for the second
Yeah.
one. And then you would go ahead and target the second one,
And
For your
untarget
second-
the first.
or
Yeah.
whichever one you want to target for the second meteor.
Just imagine a meteor coming down. Hits the
That might
Actually,
be
I think
easier.
I'll just. I'm just gonna send the same one on both of them.
Okay.
Eliminate
So,
one before we worry about the other.
But we don't know if that's the one that's gonna fail or we'll see what happens.
And then do the damage.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, oh well. I got 4 meteors left.
So your meteors kind of streak out, and they explode with fiery effect, blasting into the creature as he's chomping down on his pig. He kind of grunts and he's Felina.
all right. First movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Right here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the hypnotic pattern, which is a 30-foot cube. Right there.
Yep.
So let me target both of them. Control click, control click. Why did it... Yeah, my mouse is being dumb. I might need to change my battery. Okay, let's see. And then I will cast it. Did it work? Didn't. Okay, so cast. There it goes. What the fuck? Why did it do it 4 times?
I think you got some lag, but yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't matter because they failed no matter what.
Okay. All right then, and then I will apply the effect on them and the concentration on me. All right, so they are locked in place for a minute, is it?
Yep, or until they take damage.
Or until they take damage. Okay, great. So,
So as
okay,
someone,
I say attack the one that Johanna hit.
so as
And
this happens, like you see these two giants, they immediately kind of like they start getting this dazed look on their face, and they're just like, what? They're just kind of staring up like, ugh. And they drop the pig that they were eating on the ground and just like stare off into the distance at this shimmering pattern of light that nobody else can see. Jazar.
I'll go ahead and target that one. Since it's the one that we hurt already. And cast a guiding bolt at it.
Okay. That hits. And then he is no longer incapacitated as this bolt of energy slams into the giant and he starts to suffuse with this golden glow, making him stand out as a target before kind of shakes his head and kind of looks in that direction.
And I'll move over this way a little bit and fly about 10 feet up.
Okay. Johnny.
All right. I'm just gonna move forward because I don't. Well, I guess I could take a shot with the gun blade.
Still probably get closer, so
Well, I'm gonna get closer too, for sure. So, 30, and then how far is that thing? I should look at that. 30, 70. So that means if it's less than 70, I'm good, right?
What's
no,
the
if it's
range?
70, it's disadvantage.
Oh, 30,
Yeah.
70, but it's less than 70.
Yeah, you can
So
hit
you-
it, but you'll be at disadvantage.
Well, in that case, I'll just move closer. 30. I'll move here,
Okay.
and then I will just stand here because. Oh, let me hit this thing. See if I get bit in half.
The giant rushes forward. And then its massive fist just swings at you.
See if
Or
it punches me in half.
sorry, his massive fist that's clutching a gigantic, like, wooden log in its hands, fashioned into this crude, makeshift club. Which fails to strike with the first swing. In frustration, he swings again, and as you kind of deftly duck to the side here and there, the club slams into the ground, and huge rivets of dirt just fly forth as it creates these gouges that just rip apart the earth before you.
I leak a little bit of oil.
It's Korg.
Moving 40 feet up to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull out one of my javelins, which I think I have. Well, it says I have one, but alright, I guess I only have one left now. I have it. And fire my javelin at this guy. Should have advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh crap! I just got a scripting error.
All right. Were you targeting the guy?
Yeah, I did control click on him.
Okay. It.
Like I actually see the arrow from me to him.
It hit.
Okay. Roll damages.
The javelin like pierces the flabby giant's flesh. It kind of just sinks in just a little bit and kind of sits there kind of wobbling between his folds of fat. He's incapacitated. Jahanan.
Okay. So as long as I don't cast another concentration spell, I can cast on my action, right?
Yep. And your most minute meteors in this action.
Yep, that's what I was verifying. So we are gonna start with wrong button.
That hits. The blast of thunderous damage kind of slams in to the hill giant, and you see his rolls of fat kind of shimmer and shake as the sonic boom kind of goes across his flesh.
Excellent. And then bonus action. I hit for the meteors. I hit cast again, right? And then okay.
He fails.
Okay. Which is half damage. Okay. I was just verifying. And it double rolled damages again. What on earth is going
No,
on?
it's fine. You were attacking him with both anyways, right?
Yeah, I was gonna attack him with both of them anyway.
That's
so.
fine. If it hits this, if you're hitting the same point, you can do both at the same time. So that's fine.
I didn't mean to, but that's what my computer said I was doing.
It works out though.
All right, so I got 2 more for a different round, but that finishes me for now.
Belina.
Okay, so I keeping concentration on the hypnotic pattern, I will cast. Actually, I won't cast. I'll just pull out my longbow, and I will fire at the giant with my longbow. Here's the roll. I clicked it. Did it happen?
Maybe.
My thing is either really delayed or it didn't roll. Should I try clicking again, or should I wait?
Yeah, I give it another shot.
Still nothing.
You can try dragging and dropping onto like his.
Wait, there it went.
Right, that hits.
Sweet.
+8.
All
Jeez.
right. So, all right. So that hits. So rolling damage. Wait, that was the wrong weapon. Fuck. Ignore that. That was the wrong weapon. I clicked the goddamn gun blade instead of my longbow. Cancel that.
I canceled it.
Okay, there we go. That's the longbow. +1 magical weapon, so.
The arrow kind of slams into the flabby gut of the giant and it grunts in pain. And it kind of like starts seeping blood from various wounds and across his body.
And I will bonus action bardically inspire. I'm going to bardically inspire Korg. So let me soul targeting there, control Korg, and pop. Okay. Did it take effect? No. I gotta. There we go. I forgot effect.
Alright.
There we go. And now I'll end my turn.
Shazar.
I'll fly over here. I'll blast this guy.
You miss with your first Eldritch Blast. The second one hits. So you guys have never seen this before, but as Drazar floats over, this crackling beam of like energy kind of extends forth from his hand. It shoots forth in this blast of power that just slams in to the giant's body, and crackles through his whole form. It's like nothing you've ever seen Drazar do before.
And that's it from me for now.
Johnny.
Alright. I'm gonna attack this guy. Hooray. Alright. And second attack. Wait, is he still
Johnny,
alive?
he's still alive. Johnny slices, he dices, he cuts, he tears, rips through the fat. He tries to find a vital organ as blood oozes forth from the hill giant's flabby body. He holds on with just that grit of hunger and determination.
So with my bonus attack, I'm gonna try to stab it in the neck. Because that's my one I keep forgetting to use.
Yes.
Oh. Damn it. Alright.
All right, that's unfortunate.
Oh.
The
So good there for a bit.
in the last surge of effort and energy, the giant swings forth
Ow.
and slams his club into your metal body. You feel your chest plates kind of dent inwards from the brute force of the impact. And he kind of wobbles unsteadily upon his feet as he tries, like his hands kind of shaking from the impact as he prepares to raise the club once more to strike you. Cork.
5 feet. There we go. I'm gonna recklessly attack this guy. I don't have to be raging to do that, right?
Nope.
So I'm gonna
No.
recklessly attack him. Let me just add that in. My bad. That's all I want to click.
Yep, there you go.
And then pulling out my maul.
That hits. How do you do it?
Just right on his big toe. That's all it is. Just a nice solid slam on his big toe to death.
You slam the maul into the giant's big toe, and he lets out this screech of rage as he picks his toe up. He falls off balance. He falls down onto the ground. His head slams into a rock, and his club hits his own face, crushing his skull between the two. He collapses upon the ground, dead.
All right. That was 10 movement of speed for me, so I should have 30 more.
Yep.
With my object interaction, can I pull my javelin out of that guy and then just run forward to this spot?
Sure.
All right, and that's where I'm at right here.
He's still incapacitated. Johannan.
Give me a sec. Working on my movement real quick.
He fails. Are you doing just one, or do you want to do the other one?
I'm gonna do the other one too. It's just for
Okay.
once it actually cast one at a time.
All right, go ahead and roll the damage for that one.
There's the damage for the second one.
And the meteors blast in the giant, and he kind of awakens from his stupor. He looks around, he's like, oh, as he sees his dead companion there, his own great club having crushed his skull, and he lets out this howl of rage. He's and fixates upon the closest thing to him.
I still have my action.
You do.
Yes, I do. And I'm going to go ahead and... walk me through upcasting again.
What are you trying to upcast?
I'm going to upcast one of my orbs.
Okay, you just if it says at higher level at XX damage, just when you go to cast, hold the dice in your hand, right click on the mouse button to add a die to it.
Okay. Sounds good.
That hits.
Okay. And so you said I right click?
Yep, as you're holding the damage dice in your right click to add additional dice.
You
So
didn't
she
have
did
him targeted.
36 damage this round.
Did
I don't
that?
think she was
Pretty
clicked
good.
on him as a target.
I got it.
I'm sorry, I thought I had him selected.
Yeah, it's weird, but you got it. So as you lamb the chromatic orb into the creature, and you once more as the thunder damage kind of rolls across. Korg, you get a very close-up impression of just like it looks like a jello mold kind of shiggling and shaking. It's just a jello mold with a massive club in its hands for you. Belina.
And so I...
All right. So let's move first. So, god damn it, I don't want to pull the map. I want to pull my character. You stupid freaking thing. 5, 10. Oh my god! My mouse is glitching. I'm gonna have to replace my batteries, I think. Stop that. Where was I? Here? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. Stay. Alright. So, I am going to cast Fairy Fire so that it positions itself
Okay, that's fine.
only on the giant.
Yep.
And so cast. He fails.
Yep.
Effect.
They're not
And
very
then,
good.
all right. And that was my action. And as a bonus action, I will bardically inspire Johnny. So effect, take, work.
I think we lost Harold.
My sound's
There
just
went.
not working a little bit. It's weird.
All right. And then is that your turn, Belina?
Yeah, that's everything.
All right, Drazar.
Alright, I'll fly to over here. I use my...
Oh, it didn't apply that inspiration to Johnny for whatever reason. I targeted him and it didn't go. I don't know what's going on today.
I got it.
Okay.
As my bonus action, I'll use my Healing Light ability to help Johnny out.
Okay.
And
You
then...
see Drazar's body suffuse itself with this golden aura. It kind of glows forth from him, and then the aura snakes out like this wispy fog that envelops Johnny, and you feel suffused with more reserves of strength and energy.
I'll blast him again.
That hits. That misses. So another crackling beam of energy slams in to this giant, coming from Jazar's outstretched talon.
Well, now that I'm healed up a little, I'm just gonna Misty Step so I can cover the distance one round here.
Okay.
10, 15. So I can pop up over here, like behind it, since it's looking at Korg, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do the attacky stuff.
Hits. Second attack.
Yay!
That's a crit.
And then I'm gonna smite it in the face.
Hell yeah. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Smite's crit as well.
I
Yeah,
know,
but
but
still.
that's a hell of a lot of damage.
As Johnny kind of cuts down at the giant's ankles on the first blow, it bends over to kind of swat away at him, which was exactly what he was looking to do. As he leans back, brings the other side of his double-bladed scimitar to bear, and slams it into the neck of the giant's body. It explodes forth with radiant power. A gushing stream of blood starts exploding forth from its neck. Its fat folds kind of fold over it, so it's kind of seals it from bleeding out as it kind of like staggers back, stunned, standing before you, kind of confused and barely alive.
We're all confused too.
Yeah. Solid hit. Good job.
Korg.
Alright, finish him off.
I move within 5 feet. And with advantage, mark.
That hits.
Not a lot of damage. And then with my second attack.
But you got to re-roll a 2 on there.
Ooh, yeah. I get to reroll the 1 damage.
Yeah.
It automatically
re-rolled.
does it. It just, you have to keep the re-roll. So you rolled like a 2, a 1, and then a 6 and a 1.
Okay, so it did roll. It re-rolled at least for me. So okay. And then with my second attack.
Nice.
That also hits.
Re-roll both those. And he's still alive.
You got
It's
the
still
same
alive.
re-roll.
Yeah, 6 and 1, 6 and 1.
Hey, I mean, it's
But
still.
you had originally rolled 1s,
Yeah.
so.
Exactly. I'm so glad I took this. The great weapon fight. And I guess that's my turn because I can't really bonus action attack or anything. So.
Yep. And this stumbling, bumbling giant swings his great club at Korg. But he's confused. He slams it around, kind of rips it out, swings again. Just can't, like, he can barely focus. He's stumbling. It fails to find any purchase at all. Johanan.
Okay. I'm just double checking whether I'm supposed to hit the cast or the attack on my acid splash. Cast.
He passes that save. I
That
don't know how,
is-
but
That's a dex save.
I know. I don't know how he passed, but somehow, as you hurled acid at this stumbling giant, he just managed, in his weakened state, he just kind
To
of
stumble out
leaned
of the way.
back, and it just flew right past him. And he's like, "Oh, what's that?" And just watches it go past him. Belina.
Come on, target him. Okay. There we go. All right, he's targeted. I'm gonna go ahead and attack him with my longbow again. That hits,
That
yes.
hits.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the damage. Oh my god. Oh,
Still good.
How do you do this?
I shoot him straight in the nuts.
You take careful aim at the thing most visible to you, and being eye height to you, you shoot the giant straight in the nuts. And he swings down to try to grab them in the pain, and he slams his own club into his toe, and he falls over and just kind of bleeds out from the nut wound, and just dies on the spot. And that's the end of the combat. The pigs have all kind of scattered away. They've run off to disappear.
Some of the
Fight-
meteors hit him.
Some of them were burned by meteors. Some of them were just, half eaten. A lot ran off and kind of escaped.
Hey, any of the ones that are just damaged via meteor are partially cooked and lunch is almost ready.
That is a true statement. So what do you guys do?
We eat some bacon. What do you mean? What do we?
Doesn't
No, we're
eat
gonna
meat.
we're gonna track down where the giants came from and head that direction.
All right, someone roll me a survival check.
Who wants to do the roll?
Someone good in survival.
Yeah,
I have
don't-
a +4.
You're
Oh,
better
wait.
than
I've
me.
only got a
Oh.
+3, so
I only have +2.
Hang on, let me
Don't
check.
worry, guys. I got
have-
this.
I have a +3.
Don't worry, guys. I got this. It's still an advantage. My bad.
you've got a lot of people pitching in and helping you go,
That's
no,
true.
there's
I mean,
footprints over there.
There's multiple people proficient in it.
So you look around, and Cork goes through the motion. You sniff a bit of pig, pick up a broken twig, drop a leaf in the wind and watch it go, and then you point at the giant footprints. You're like, guys, like they came out this way.
All right. Everybody. Do you guys need rests at all? Are you doing okay?
So didn't use very many resources in that fight.
I think Johnny was the only one hit that time.
I used 2 leveled spell slots the entire fight.
I will
And 2
heal
bardic
myself
inspiration.
up. Actually, I mean, we could just do a short rest. If people want to, cut up some bacon, and I'll just heal myself with hit die.
Yeah, we can take a short rest. That's just a quick, half hour, 45 minutes or so, and then we'd be on the
Or
road.
hour. An hour.
Is it an actual full hour? Okay.
To do a short rest, yeah.
Okay.
An hour.
That gives us
Um,
time to make sure the bacon is properly cooked.
Okay,
Can
I'm back
we
to full.
can we also search the?
You want to search the giants?
Yeah, in case they have anything on them. I don't know. Coin pouch, maybe we're lucky. I don't know.
So
Yeah,
what do I
pouches
get back on
damaged.
short rest?
You get back Bardic Inspiration on a short rest.
Nice.
Drazar got back his Warlock spell slot on short rest.
Warlock OP.
Yeah.
And then
The
out
short
of
rest
resources,
doesn't do anything for sorcerers, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Unless
that's what
there's
I thought.
some class traits have it, but not many.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys rest up. You search through the giant smelly bits of bone, grizzle, like crushed animal skull kind of deal. They got kind of large sacks full of rotting meat, rocks that they kind of carry around. Nothing really interesting in there. As you guys finish,
Belina looks at Korg. Bet you can't wield giant club.
Hey, this is part of
Watch
the
me.
loot for the crew.
Can I at least try to wield the club? There be an attempt.
make a strength check. So you attempt
With
to-
my bardic inspiration that I still have.
He smart man. Except that's for
Is it D8 or 6? I don't know.
Well,
what
it's a
that was.
D8. It's a D8.
We'll assume you're doing it at the beginning of the show.
Yes, the very beginning. Can I reroll
Oh.
2s? 18.
Not on.
So
18.
you attempt to pick up the giant's club. You strain and you're kind of like picking it up, and you get it up, and you're holding it in your hands. And no possible way you could use it as a weapon. You do manage to hold it up like a small felled tree trunk.
See, it is not so heavy. I can do this all day, but I don't want to, so I'm gonna put it down. I just don't like it. It's too bulky, is all it is. I could do it if I wanted to.
Okay, you win, bet. Belina walks over and gives Korg a kiss on the cheek, and then hops back over to the campfire where they're cooking the bacon.
Alright, you guys cook up some bacon. From these slaughtered pigs, you manage to harvest and fry them. You get like 3 or 4 pounds of bacon, very easily, like prepared, big old slabs that you tuck away for future use. And you guys pack up your utensils and head out following the giant's tracks. They're pretty easy to follow as you move up into the foothills of the mountains. Notice like some cracked boulders and things like that, and it starts to get dark as the mountain passes begin to grow up around you, and that is where we break tonight. It's been almost 4 hours.
All right.
I want to try to keep
for-
sessions around 4 hours.
For the long rest, Belina will cast Leomin's tiny hut and make it match the color of the rocks and the ground, so it's kind of a muted grayish brown and blends in and looks just like a big boulder or whatever, so it's inconspicuous.
All right.
I absolutely love that now every campaign that I'm in, somebody has picked up Lehman's Tiny Hut. It's my favorite.
Oh, it's amazing campaign spell.
It totally
it's like
is.
the best.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm so glad you have that.
It's like, fuck you and screwing with me on my long rest.
Exactly.
I'm done.
Exactly.
Well, then it comes down to, do you have 10 minutes?
What it's gonna
Well,
come
that's
down
true.
to is they're gonna be in the other
Yeah.
plane, still standing right on top of us as we cast it, so it still counts, and they're in our hut.
All right. Hope you guys had fun tonight.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
The best
We're
burial.
trying to- Yeah, you guys just threw that dude over the side. So we're gonna try to
Wait.
keep sessions 4 hours.
Oh, we're done.
And then kind of go from there.